Hi, I'm Debbie Lytle. I had a lifetime of religion and being a devoted servant, but it's just since last year's women's retreat that I really truly feel that I've been on my faith journey and connected with the Lord. I was asked what I thought about the women's retreat, and I have to honestly tell you, there's one word that comes into my mind. It's life-changing. I've never been to a women's retreat or any kind of a religious event like this. I had no expectations. I didn't think I'd know anybody. I wasn't sure what would happen at it. And on the way up, I was feeling very alone and insecure. And I drove past my dad's grave, and from a recent death, it was still trauma inside me, and I started bawling. So for the last 5 miles to retreat, I'm just bawling on the way up. And I thought, oh, I can't do this. I can't go. I'm going to turn around. And something inside me, just deep down inside, kept saying, you gotta go, you gotta go. And I kept hearing Amy Rybaki's voice, who invited me to the retreat, and she had so much passion and excitement for this. I'm like, I have to go see what Amy's talking about. I have to do this for myself. And as I wiped away the tears the last mile and pulled myself together, I pulled in the parking lot, and lo and behold, there's Chris, a lifelong friend that I hadn't seen in probably 20 years. So we bravely walked in together, and what I experienced for the first hour was the most incredible group of women I've ever known. They were welcoming and kind and open to receiving me and everyone there. By the end of the conference, I realized that I knew many of the women there. There was like 4 people from my development. So what ended up happening at this retreat is I built a lot of new relationships, a foundation of people that, we started 2 Bible studies out of it, and we've spent the last year learning the Word, and it's been phenomenal. Another reason why this was life-changing for me is what I call my awakening. Not everybody's going to have this experience, but given the atmosphere and the power at this event, there's some great odds that wonderful things are going to happen for you here. What happened to me the first night was nothing short of a miracle. I call it the awakening because, long story short, Jesus came down into my heart, and he grabbed it and took it away from the hand of the enemy that had been holding it for years in his wretched claws. And it was an epiphany that I will never forget. And I sat there in my seat bawling again, thinking, what just happened? Did that just happen? And honestly, I didn't know if I should get up and go over to my doctor, who happened to be there too, and say, okay, I'm going crazy, I need meds. Or if I should go over to Amy and go, holy moly, you wouldn't believe what just happened to me. Luckily, I opened my heart and I accepted what had happened and realized that I had been touched by the hand of God. And I chose to go to Amy and tell her, and we prayed and we cried, and it was the most exciting event ever. I wanted more. The last reason that I would call this a life-changing event is the people. You are going to be exposed to some of the most powerful women that I have ever met. These ladies are so strong in their faith. There's no judgment, there's no criticism, there's only acceptance and admiration for you being there. And they will pray over you, and they pray hard. I have never felt anything like this. God works through them and gives them the words that you need to hear. Okay, so what are my thoughts for this conference? Go, open yourself up to anything. Believe he will come for you if you do. Welcome the Lord into your life. Ask for Jesus by name. Awaken the Holy Spirit inside you. Use the bonds you form with other women there to uplift you. And do any of these things or all of them, it doesn't matter. It's all life-changing. Life-changing.